good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are, because people from different time zones normally register and participate in the webinar, Crave webinar. So as we are working across the globe. So with this, I think we will start the webinar. So my name is Murlidhar Remne. I take care of business and operations from Crave office, India office. And today we have Mr. Ashwin Katkar, who is our senior solution architect, who will be driving this webinar, discussing with you on the entire SAP IRPA, the use cases, success stories, and we'll be taking question and answer thereafter. So before Ashwin starts the webinar, I just wanted to use this opportunity to take couple of your minutes to brief you about Crave Infotech, who we are, what we do. So I'll take just a few minutes, 3-4 minutes, not more than that. Uh, I hope my screen is visible to all. If anybody is not able to see the screen, please let us know. So this is about Crave Infotech. If you see on screen, we are 13 years old organization, operational from 2007, working very closely with SAP from right from our inception, and uh, have premium partnership with SAP, Zebra, and Here Technology. So SAP, as we know, it's for enterprise ERP and enterprise cloud platform services. Already, everybody is aware of that. Zebra is a premium mobile computing devices manufacturer globally, and we have been associated with them for ISV as a ISV as well as a reseller. And Here Technologies, they are in geo enablement services, one of the global competitor of Google, and we have been associated with them um, for geo services, geo enablement services in all our projects. So um, here you'll find we are based, headquartered is New Jersey, and having physical presence at another three places. And from there we are serving our global customers. We have customers in North America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. So this is in short about the service history of Crave Infotech. And in this slide, if you see, you'll find left hand side, these are our services. As I mentioned, we are working with customers for SAP Intelligent Enterprise, in which we provide ECC, S4HANA, customization, projects implementation, migrations, and support. Along with that, we are working closely with SAP for cloud platform initiatives with some of the global customers. Along with that, we have our own pre-packaged solutions. We call it digital transformation solution, which and I will talk more about that. Uh, so right hand side, if you look at, these are our focus areas: warehouse management, enterprise asset management, um, field service and supply chain, and AI and RPA. So these are the services, service offerings. Here you will find these are our pre-packaged solutions which are available on SAP App Center. And if you look at, we are almost touching every functionality of the organization. So right from enterprise asset management to supply chain to customer side automation, vendor side automation, management dashboards, various approvals processes, HR automations, all those things through different modules we are covering the digital processes over here, completely paperless activity in various processes of the organization. So in enterprise asset management, C maintenance is our flagship product. Again, breakdown, preventive, calibration, uh, field service manager, flexible scheduling. So all those critical areas, pain areas where a lot of paperwork is involved, we are completely automating it. In supply chain, warehouse management is again one of the very vast area and pain area for the organization when it comes to the manual processes. So DSD, direct store delivery, especially in pandemic, it is a need of organizations. Vendor connect, including complete vendor side automation. When vendor can look at their POs, they can do the ASN, they can check their payments, post their invoices, everything. Similarly, customer side automation through C order and C customer portal. So where the complete sales order side automation is there, customer can check the catalogs, they can place the order, they can track the orders, get the deliveries, do the payments, everything. And it is in controlled environment for the organizations and customers with the login credentials to every customer. Similarly, management dashboards wherein we are covering the dashboards for key management, wherein it is when key people are traveling in business on the go, they can have the things are handy available to them on their mobile phones through dashboards, as well as for the multiple approval processes, including invoice, notifications, work orders, sales orders, leave and timesheet automation, and so on. So this is about a Crave Infotech portfolio. These are almost 40 plus solutions which are available on SAP App Center. They are developed in UI5 Fury, directly integrated with SAP, as well as non-SAP customers also. We are providing standalone solutions, or we integrate with their respective ERPs. So just to know, uh, we, as I talked about the partnerships, I talked about the solutions. These are some of the key clienteles we have. We are working with pharma industry. We are working with utility, oil and gas, manufacturing, engineering, and so on. And you see some of the prestigious names to our credit here in various industries, not in India but globally. So coming to today's agenda, this is what we will be covering today. Um, After this slide, I will hand over it to Ashwin, who will talk about RPA, the need of robotic process automation technologies, and the process excellence through SAP, how we are going to achieve that, and then couple of use cases which are success stories with application demo, and will followed by question and answer. So I this with this diagram, in fact, this is from SAP presentation, and we have taken it with permission of SAP. And here we wanted to just showcase the relevance of intelligent processes, intelligent technologies, and how they are associated with human body. When we say it's thinking through brain, it's machine learning, or the conversational AI or chatbot is nothing but listen and speak when we do through our ears and mouth. Then intelligent robotic process automation is what we execute through our arms, and then intelligent application, which is always heart of every business. Okay. So with this, we wanted to brief you today on robotic automation, uh, RPA, process automation. There are a couple of cases. One from business point of view, I mean, the automation of business documents, how we have automated that, how we have done further analysis, which will help the organizations, which we wanted to brief you today. So with this, over to you, Ashwin. You can start with these use cases first. That will be more ideal, probably, and then you can brief about IRPA, the benefits, and question and answer session.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Murli, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ashwin Katkar, and I'm leading the innovation practices in Craven Infotech. And today we are going to look at two use cases with SAP RPA, which is we have successfully implemented for our clients. So the first use case which you are looking at screen is accrual automation. This use case talks about the financial operation every month team is performing, okay, which involves collecting the accrual data from several users and then validating it before posting it into SAP. This is completely manual process earlier, and then which basically prone to highly prone to the errors. So in order to address all this issue or complexity and the requirement, we have designed multiple bots using SAP RPA, which helps them to automate collecting the or reading the multiple files from different users and refine the data based on the business rule which we are defining into the SAP RPA. Also, at the same time, we are validating the data and pushing it to the SAP as a final step of the execution. During this process, we are also notifying specific or individual users if there is any correction of the data needed or any data which is mismatched or something which is going beyond the variance. That is also done through the bots. The business benefits which we are getting out of it is we are reducing the load of finance department, which is like it's a repetitive activity every month they have to do. So if we are automating that, then definitely they can focus on something else which is more like gives value to the business. And it also increase the processing time. Reduce the processing time than the earlier manual processes. Like for example, this use case we talk about. So earlier it used to take 4 days to process, and now it can be done in like less than 10 minutes. And it happens like every month. So you can see the value out of it. After this, we'll quickly go through the workflow, like what we have identified, work with the business, and came out of solution. So first we'll go through that, and then we go to the quick demo of the solution. Uli, can you go to the next slide, please? So this slide consists of like the business processes which we have identified. So on the left, so the blue boxes are the manual processes, which is still there in currently they're executing. But the boxes which is highlighted in orange, we have automated that, which is one of the complex processes they were doing as a repetitive tasks. So so as shown in this workflow, so the different business departments are sending the accrual data to finance department, the users. They are collecting the data, then putting into a single template, which then we are reading through the SAP RPA bot and extracting the data from that template, which is in Excel format. After extracting the data, we are comparing that data in the SAP, like ME2 and ME3 and transaction codes data, and then validating that data. And if there's any mismatch, then notifying that specific user. At the same time, when we are validating the data, we are also running the ML84 end transaction, which identifies the unreleased SCS data from the system and compares it with the data which we are sending from the accrual file or accrual data which has been extracted on the previous step. And if there is any difference, like if there is any PO which has less amount than the given amount, then we are adding the SCS entry into the SAP system. And at the next level, we are creating a final template and sending it to the ABPO team. ABPO team basically push it to the accrual transaction, which is custom BDC created, and then at that time we are stopping the process. So this is basically a high level workflow which has been there. So for the specific client, we have done till this step, but there are like we can go further, like beyond that we can also do the second cut of that approval process as well. So we have done the first cut, so second cut can be also taken care. And another thing which we can introduce is like earlier users used to send the data in the Excel format. So we can create a user page, like for example, Fiori based UI, where they can enter the accrual data, and then and there itself it will get validated and send it to the SAP, and which can be later taken care by RPA for the validation and remaining stuff. So those are like some future announcement which we are currently working on, and can be also considered as part of this use case. So yeah, so that's about all the first use case. So I'll quickly run through a quick demo how we have uh, created this use case at the client system. So Murli, I have to present my screen, right? Or do you have that video with you?
No, you
Okay.
share it from your side,
Okay.
Ashwin.
Okay. I'll share that.
Yeah.
So before I share, I'll just keep the video ready. Yeah, share sound as well. Okay. Just give me a second. Yeah, let me know when you can see my screen.
We can see your screen, Ashwin.
Okay. Okay. So I'll start the video and I'll just do a voiceover in between.
Yeah.
So so at the first step, you can see we have an Excel template which has been created after collecting the data from different departments and putting into a single template which can be passed to the RPA program. So it consists of like the WBS, GL vendor code, PO number, then amount, transaction, currency, and all. So while we extract the data and upload into SAP, we're gonna validate all these fields, including PO, contract, WBS, GL, vendor, whatever it is, and then and also currency as well. So if there is any currency, transaction currency type is mismatched. For example, here there's a USD mentioned, right? So if it's in the system, it's not USD, it's INR. So then we're gonna correct that while uploading data. So we are making sure that the data which is coming in this Excel is being completely validated and corrected into the system while uploading. So now we'll run the bot. So we'll just validating the inbox because we wanted to show that you are getting the notification after successful execution. So currently it's blank. So now we'll go and run the bot. So the first bot we're gonna run. Yeah, sorry. I think before we do that, I just want to show the system data, the tables where the data is going to load. So it's also blank before we start the execution. So now, yeah, we run the first bot to read the Excel. So it reads the Excel in background. There will be a small pop-up here. You see that Excel has been populated. It's starting reading the Excel data for which is accrual data, and then yeah, it's writing the response to the Excel, and it will send that to the email. So we're gonna look at that response first before we get into the system, just to make sure like there is a everything is uploaded successfully. Yeah, so now you can see the email has been received, and there is an Excel attachment which will consist of the log, and we'll see the logs for all the transactions. So the table has been successfully updated for every log, every record. If there's any mismatch, so it's same, it will be reflected here. For example, WBS is not matching or GL is not matching, so we'll be getting same message there. Now we'll go back into SAP and look at the table. And as you can see that we have the data populated here now, and there are two SCS entries added based on the calculation done on the business logic. So now we run the second bot, which is GUI automation. This bot will triggers SAP GUI and then enter the credentials, and then yeah, so it will go to the specific transaction, generate a template out of the data we have uploaded. This template basically which goes into the JV upload program. It's a custom transaction. So now we're going to look at the template generated. So it's basically out of the data we have uploaded. So we'll get to that. It has basically both the things like the credit and debit, both the entries. It also has the currency, all the required details. It has account, header, GL, currency, and amount. Now we're gonna go to the next transaction. We'll continue the bot. We'll run the next bot, which will gonna take this template and put it into the JV upload program. So we're gonna run that JV upload, and then it will gonna run the transaction for that. Go back and select the Excel file, and we're gonna upload it. So the processing is going on. So yeah, it's uploaded. Now we can go back and check the uploaded job. Yeah, you can see the entries there, and now you can look at the output. So this is the whole process which we have automated. Like there are 3 bots we have used. One is to extract, second is to create a final template, and third is to push it to the JV upload. So we kept it manual for all, since to show the demonstration, as well as per the business use case. Like before the data goes to the system, they wanted to get it validated by the finance team. So that's where we kept it manual, but it can be completely automated once the job is run from the RPA factory. It will do its job in background. You don't have to do any manual intervention. So this is about the first use case. We're gonna jump to the second use case. Let me just pull the presentation here. Sorry, let me go back to the second use case. Yeah, so the second use case we're gonna discuss about is similar to the first use case, but it's more external components involved. Like this is for invoice extraction and posting in SAP. So this use case is also being used by finance department, and where they are receiving hundreds of invoices each and every day from different business partner. So the department has to extract, like read through or go through the invoices, extract the data from it manually, and then put it into specific format and post it into SAP system. So this is all manual process, which takes lots of effort and also prone to the error. So in order to address this issue or this requirement, we have created a couple of bots using SAP RPA, so which extract the data from invoices using OCR technology. So we have used some OCR APIs here. Then validate that data after extraction the OCR from the OCR data from the the data from the invoices using OCR. We're going to validate that with the SAP system just to make sure everything is correct. For example, the vendor's PAN card number or GST number or other details we can validate into SAP before we finally park that into our program. So similarly to the first use case, we're gonna notify the individual business partner if there is anything, or as well as business partners if there is anything which is not correct in the invoice. So just an example, if the PAN number is not correct into the given invoice, then we can send that invoice back to customer saying that like this is something which is not correct and you have to send the corrected invoice back to us. So the business benefits we are getting out of this use case is reducing the workload from the business team, since we are removing the manual activity. we are the extraction activity which has been done manually. A user has to go line by line and invoice by invoice. So it can be done through OCR with help of RPA. So it also reduces the workload and increase the efficiency, since the validation is being done by the program itself while uploading it to the SAP. So it will also expedite the process. And also it will increase the data quality, since it's all the data is being validated by program itself while uploading. So it will make sure that there is no error and all uploaded data is correct. So also this use case earlier used to take 2-3 hours for consider for an invoice or a couple of invoice. So now it can be done in a minute. Like it can go through multiple invoices at once and extract and upload it to the system. Manual checks of emails and exchanges can be avoided, so the business team can focus on a productive one. Yeah, so this is a high level of the invoice extraction process. I'll quickly go to the workflow to discuss about that. So you can see we are using SAP RPA bot to execute this. So all the brown, orange boxes represent the processes which we have automated. So we are extracting or downloading the invoices from email, which is coming from different business partners or the vendors, then extracting the data using OCR. So there are a couple of OCR available in the market. Like SAP also has document information extraction services as an OCR service. Also, there are open APIs which we can use. There is no limitation that you have to use only SAP APIs. You can use any OCR to be to get this use case implemented. After extracting the metadata from the OCR, using OCR from the API invoices, we are gonna use SAP BAPI or the body to validate that data with the SAP master, business master, and then if there is any discrepancy, then we're gonna send a notification to respective business partner. If everything is fine, then we're gonna load that data into the SAP, and an automated program will gonna pass that data into SAP using a BAPI call as well. So this is the high level workflow that we have executed. There is one other diagram which represent that what we have done. This is high level diagram. So we have invoices, then we have RPA bot which does API or REST call to the OCR. It extracts the data, then bot triggers a BAPI call, and after completion we send the email. Yeah, so without waiting, I'm gonna jump on to the quick demo on that use case. This use case basically runs very fast, so you'll not able to basically see majority, but just wanted to show like how the invoices. You can see the invoice is pretty complex. There are many fields you wanted to extract, and there are many fields aligned there. So we're gonna use OCR to do that job to extract the details. So we are gonna extracting PO, PAN number, SCS, GST, and some other fields. So we're gonna run the first part to extract the data from invoice. So as soon as we run this bot makes a API call, passing the invoice to that OCR service and gives the data as the output. This is basically the log. We have put it on the screen just to show you that this is some data we are extracting. Otherwise, all the operation is going on in background. We'll run the second bot to parse the invoice. So the data we have extracted is stored temporarily, and as soon as you upload that to SAP, it will gonna park to the SAP program. So once it's parked, we can go into SAP and check. So just to yeah, but before that, we're gonna validate just log. So I think it's all data is was valid and extracted successfully. So now we can go back into SAP and check whether the invoice is being uploaded. So this is the SAP screen where we can see the invoices uploaded. So yeah, with this, it all covers about the use cases, 2 use cases which I wanted to discuss with you guys. So Yeah, before I go to question answer, I'll gonna quickly go through the rest of the deck just to give you a quick guidelines how we can achieve this quick use cases, like we can do rapid deployment, right? So the current slide which is on your screen talks about the SAP RPA high-level architecture. So the SAP RPA stack consists of three different components. One is the desktop studio, where you actually do the development of your RPA bot, you train him. And then we have a cloud factory where your final package goes and sits. From there, you can schedule a job, you can trigger the bot whenever you want. And then the third component is a desktop agent. So desktop agent basically goes on a system uh, where you can um, connect to the cloud factory. So whenever your job runs from the cloud factory, it will go to the desktop agent and runs it. Um, and on the desktop agent side, basically you can have your backend system like SAP or any other system from you where you wanted to like run the bot and fetch the data or push the data. So the SAP desktop, sorry, the RPA desktop agent gives you edge on uh, in some cases which are very particular. Like we have a use case where customer don't wanted to touch his SAP system and don't wanted to change anything on that. Don't want to develop anything on SAP system. We just wanted to upload some data from non-SAP system to SAP system. So in order to do that, we also use desktop agent because it's a standard SAP integration. You don't have to develop anything into SAP to have that interaction. So you can extract the data, for example, from Excel and upload to SAP using GUI automation without any development or any additional effort on the SAP side. On the right hand side, you can see the different UIs and APIs available to interface with the SAP RPA. So you can have a interface with the SuccessFactors, Ariba, S4HANA, C4HANA, ECC, and many more. You can also have a connection with the non-SAP applications like Excel, Outlook, Word. You can also extract data from web pages as well. So I'll go to the next time. Yeah. So this is this slide talks about like who are the like end users. Like this can be used by developers or the business process experts as well. So you don't have to be a developer, right? Since it's a no-code or low-code platform where you don't have to do much of a coding. There are standard processes available where you can just drag and drop and create the process and start using it. So we'll use SAP RPA in cases where you wanted to automate the repetitive processes, right? In that case, we are using the SAP RPA to reduce the repetitive or the error prone task. And we are using it to save the time, reduce the human errors and cost as well. So it is talking about SAM. Without, I'll just skip the slides. So the next topic I wanted to show you is the pre-built bots, which are like out of the box RPA bots provided by SAP, which consist of many use cases like finance, sourcing, sales production, and data management. So there is a link. You can directly go and see the different bots available there in the market. So this is the link, the SAP RPA store, where you can see there are different packages available. You can directly go and import and quickly start using it. You don't have to do much of changes here. You can also extend it. SAP provides you code for this as well. So you can go and extend as per your specific requirements. So yeah, there are many bots. As many as bots you wanted to create and deploy, you can do it. There is no restriction on that. So you can also integrate with different APIs like SAP have a conversational AI, which is a chatbot. You can also integrate with that to make it more interactive with the users. So you can also there are multiple ways that you can run the bot. Like you can have attended bot where you can go and do a manual interaction, like run the bot whenever you need it, or there is unattended where you can schedule a job and bot can run as per your given time frame. So uh, so this is a quick glimpse of the tool. So you can see this is for the RPA agent. You can see there is a you can see job progress. You can run, start and stop the bot. And this is the prerequisite. Like for example, you wanted to implement a quick POC, right? So these are the basic things we wanted to look at on your system. What is the SAP system details, or then VPN connection access if you wanted to connect to your system. Then you wanted to have RP Studio agent. So SAP RP provides you a trial version as well, which you can use in order to have a quick POC. And then we can involve your business and functional team and any specific use case. For example, here we have OCR, so you can look at OCR, or if you want to do accrual, then we can go and look at the accrual automation process. I quickly give you, I'll just wanted to give you one more input on this is the pricing. So some of you have the question about pricing, how it works with the SAP RPA. So the SAP RPA comes with blocks. So one block consists of 1,000 transactions. Okay, and one transaction is basically one job that SAP RPA runs. So for example, if you wanted to extract 1,000 invoices, right, or 100 invoices, let's take a smaller number, 100 invoices for OCR use case, invoice extraction use case. So one job which is running 1,000 invoices we consider as a one transaction only. So one transaction can run multiple operations, or it can also run for multiple so longer period. It's not like you have to done in 10 minutes or 5 minutes. It can be running in, for example, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So it also saves cost. So because it's give you flexibility to run by job. So you don't also have to pay anything is upfront. It's based on consumption. So as much as you consume, you need to pay for that. So the next step we wanted to do is help you with any one of POC and take you to the like next level with the SAP RPA use cases. I think that's all I wanted to discuss here with you guys. There is one question here on the Q&A. I'll just quickly answer that. So have you achieved 100% accuracy in OCR stage email processing? If not, how do you deal with OCR errors in manual implementation? So the OCR API which we have used is basically given us all the required data. As I've shown you the invoice as well. It's pretty like detailed invoice. So we were able to extract all the required data. Then once we have extracted that, then it's pretty easy job. You can go and check with SAP system, validate that, and confirm it and push it to, like for example, you wanted to park, then you can park it. So it depends, like case to case basis. It's not 100%. Every time you're gonna give the OCRs, they give to 70 to 80%. I think different depends on the OCR API you are using. And error, how we are dealing is we are giving option to the users. They can do a manual intervention. For example, if there's any error and you wanted to get it validated from finance department, so we can notify them. They can go and check and fill the gap into the input, and then the bot can take it forward from there. Yeah, so that's answering to your question. I think that's all I had to discuss about. Murli, wanted to.
Yeah, yes. Thank you so much, Ashwin. In fact, yeah, so it was a very detailed explanation on use case, the flow chart, the demo. Yes, thank you so much. In fact, Ashwin has addressed question which had mentioned, I have not seen the name who has raised the question, in fact, but
Yeah.
If you have any further question, please let us know at contact@craveinfotech.com. This mail ID I will put it in chat. Um, we can have even one-to-one discussion. We can have a separate sessions with you people. If you have further queries or if you want to see the further discussion on the demo which you have seen, we can have a separate session over there. I think with this, in fact, before closing this, we just wanted to quickly run one question poll, just 3 questions, not take more than 1 or 2 minutes. So Paresh, can we run the question poll? Yeah. So this will help us giving more information about your current activity, and so that we it will help for to take the discussion forward. So do you see any manual repetitive high volume activity with where RPA can play a significant role in your current organization? Probably you will having a lot of pain areas, and when you see, so that was the question. The second was, are you interested further to understand more specific of to your use case? Yes, we also provide support in terms of working on a short POC. Of course, it's a paid POC, but still we can even consider that if you want to explore it further before we take any further decision in terms of investment in licenses and the project. The third question is, do you want Crave to contact you? Please let us know and we can have a separate call as per your convenience this week or next week. And the last question is, this webinar, we wanted to know more about the webinar. Hope this is helpful to you. Your feedback will be welcome. So, Paresh, have we received the question poll from all the participants?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much everybody for joining this webinar and giving us opportunity to talk to you. Please let us know in terms of further any queries on one-to-one. Thank you so much.